Hey folks, this is Gabe at Security.org, and today I want to talk to you about the Arlo Pro 4. Now, Arlo has been putting out top-notch home security cams for years, and I want to talk about this one that does not require a hub. So let's go ahead and jump into the Arlo Pro 4. All right, so let's start with what we like about the Arlo Pro 4. Right off the bat, it has to be that resolution. Looks gorgeous. I mean, we're gonna dive directly into the video quality in a moment, but I just have to say that I was a really big fan of how things look with my Arlo Pro 4. It does seem likely that I might just keep this up in my home. Second thing I really liked is how easy it was to install. I basically put it up in about 10 minutes. So I procrastinated far longer on putting this up than it actually took me when it came down to setting this up in my backyard. And when it comes to what I didn't like, I guess the only real thing is like it's a little spendy. These days for 2K outdoor cameras, you don't really have to spend that much money. So the Arlo Pro 4, when it first came out, was a little spendy, but honestly, it's gotten even more affordable since then. So, you know, if you really want to spend the bare minimum, you can, but if you can afford it, maybe you go up for the Arlo Pro 4, but just know it's gonna be a little pricey. All right, so let's talk about the video quality because that's why you got a camera. You wanna see what's going on, you wanna see it really well, and that's where Arlo has always excelled. When it comes to the 2K vision, it's excellent. It's a 160-degree field of view, so it's capturing so much. There's a 12-time digital zoom, and you also have HDR, so high dynamic range, so it can see things really well when it's nice and sunny. Now that we've gone over the video quality, I think we have to separately kind of talk about night vision. I know it's a part of video quality, but it's pretty solid. I mean, you have a couple options. You can do the black and white because there's 2 infrared LED sensors that are gonna make it really easy for you to see in that black and white. And yes, that's a great part of it. But you know, if you wanna have fun with it, you can get that color night vision because it has that spotlight, and that spotlight is bright. When you look at this Arlo Pro night vision shot, you can see that I'm pretty clear. I'm wearing a Chelsea European Cup jacket, I believe, and you can see the cup, you can see the insignia, you can see what's going on pretty well. Let's just talk about the design on the Arlo Pro 4. So when it comes to design, it's basically not anything different than what we've seen from Arlo. Maybe a little slimmer, it looks pretty good, black, spotlight here, you got your infrared LEDs, you got your lens on the front. Of course, they're gonna say Arlo on both sides so you never forget where you got it from. This device does charge from the bottom. So there's a little piece, actually, I have it in my pocket actually right now. When you want to charge, you're basically gonna take your Arlo here also, and then you're gonna place it like that, boom. Super easy, and I know I'm jumping into the installation kind of in a sense, but this is the design, and this is really straightforward. I like it. I don't want to think about this. I want to basically put it up to charge. They say like every 6 months or something. That's not really going to be the case for anybody. It's going to be more like 3 months or 2 months, but it's so easy that I'm not even worried about it. You're gonna have a little piece that I have set up out back, you'll see, that allows for you to just throw it back on that magnet when you're done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Really like the design element of the Arlo Pro 4, and that's something I've never felt was like a misstep by Arlo. All right, so we talked about the design. What about the actual hardiness of this device? Now, you know, it can look great, look good, be easy to charge or whatever, but if you can't actually use it in elements, it's not gonna work. Well, it is -4 to 113 degrees Fahrenheit weather rated. Now, they haven't given us this exact IP weather rating, but I can tell you that so far it's handled everything in New York. Finally, when it comes to the physical aspects, before we jump into everything else this thing can do, let's talk about the installation, which was great. It's literally 1 screw. So I went in the back. I didn't even record it because it was so fast, but I simply went to the back, put in 1 screw, put that screw onto the back of a magnetic base, and then I just throw this base on whenever I throw this camera on the base whenever I need. So the installation process is really straightforward. And again, you don't need a hub, which really facilitates it. A lot of those early Arlos required a hub, and you don't have to have one for the Arlo Pro 4, which I'm really grateful for. Now, we'll review this a little bit more when we get into the mobile application, but I do want to go ahead and just state that if you don't have a smart hub, I can pay $299 a month, I get Arlo Smart, and I get a pretty nice number of things. I mean, $299, $3, half a coffee, not even half a coffee. I paid $8 today for a latte. I know you're gonna make fun of me. I'm in Brooklyn, but I really like this one specific latte. Now, $3 a month. And with that, I'm going to get 2K recording. I'm going to get intelligent alerts. I'm going to get advanced object detection. So that PEC detection that I love so much. I'm going to get, instantly notified when motion happens so I can look at that. Basically, you need to have the Arlo Smart with your camera these days. If you really want to be up to date and you don't just want to see the recordings later, you're going to have to go ahead and put that, $3 on it. But remember, if you have a number of different cameras, like I live in Brooklyn, I can cover my entire backyard with the one, but my parents would probably need a few of these. You can get 5 cameras for $9.99. So it's a decent saving, 5 times 3 would have been $15, but $10 a month, not too bad. And for that $10, you get 5 cameras. And, the Arlo Smart features are great. I mean, I understand that we just seem to be expected to get subscriptions for everything in our lives, but, that's just how everyone kind of makes their money, to be completely honest with you. So that is the necessary evil of sorts when it comes to Arlo, that Arlo Smart. And it is great. I mean, I like all of those feature sets. I like having access to it. And if I didn't have that, I don't know if I'd want a camera at all. So here we are checking out the Arlo mobile application. Now, pretty easy to dive straight in. As you can see, just tap on the button and we're ready to go. If I go to the bottom right, you can see the various things. I was moving it around. These are motion detections that we've seen. I can go from the day before. You get animal notifications, which I think is really useful right there. And I can get person notifications, so you can see me here. These are just my dogs for all the animal. So I really appreciate getting these different modes. Now going back, go directly back into a live footage. Once again, straightforward, quick connection. Now, again, it looks like someone just let a dog out outside in this moment because you see how motion alert works. It's actually really cool. Now I can mute notifications, I can activate the siren, or I can do an emergency response right here from the drop down. 10 of 10. Maybe I should mute notifications for now because I'm sure my dog's gonna be out for a minute. So I'm gonna mute those notifications for the next 30 minutes. Now, until 8:07. Now, if I go back to my library, you can see, all right, that's what's happening now. You can see these are 2K. So we've got that 2K footage, a little button there on the right. So let's just go ahead now and just dive into our settings. So you can see my various devices. I got an Arlo Essential setup along with an Arlo Pro 4. I've muted it. I can decide on what smart notifications I want to have up for each device. So it can be people, vehicles, animal, all other motion. Now I've had multiple Arlos. I kind of just want to show you what the setup process is like if you want to do deeper dives. So you've got smoke and CO alarm, all other audio. Now I wouldn't want this to be my first line of defense for a smoke or CO alarm because it's probably not the greatest thing in that when it comes to like listening for that and then warning me. But it's nice to have that option. Now, if I want to do package detection, I can decide to set that up. It's going to walk me through that whole process, as you can see, but I don't use it for package detectors because this is in my backyard. If I wanted to go through and set up my emergency response, this would be different because now I'm going to have to go through and decide who it's going to get in touch with. So that's going to be my phone number. It's going to be, my cousin is staying here right now. And then the cool thing, and this is something that's new since the last time I used Arlo, was call a friend. So this allows me to go through, put someone in. I don't want to do that here because I don't want you animals out there calling the people in my life, but you get it. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy setup. I've shown you multiple features now for the mobile application, but you need to understand that pretty much all of these are just available if you have the Arlo Smart subscription, which we talked about. So if I go into, for example, this device and I say, hey, let me check out let me make some activity zones. You see this backyard. If I wanted to see what's going on here, that's one. I can make another one over here. You'll note that all of these features only come with Arlo Smart. I cannot do that with anything else. So the ability to decide, for example, on animals or humans or packages or anything like that, that all requires Arlo Smart. Even the ability to have this type of cloud storage, this 30-day video history, so we to go back and just see all these different videos, all like if I want to go back and see what she was doing outside, you hear that? See that? That's only going to come from Arlo Smart. It really does, in a sense, make it difficult to, get that same fluidity, that same ability to just go in and know what's happening around your home without having that subscription. And I think Arlo would be very straightforward about that. I don't feel like I'm like knocking them in any way. They have built their device to work in that specific way with Arlo Smart, human, motion, animal, all these distinctions on what you're seeing, what's available. Oh, sorry, they call it person. Eufy calls it human. All of that happens with Arlo Smart. So that's my look at the mobile application for the Arlo Pro 4. So let me give my final thoughts on this here Arlo Pro 4. One, just a fan of the design, I'm a fan of how easy it is to install, easy it is to charge. I mean, I really can't get over how much I like being able to just do that. And I think about it again after giving it a few hours. So that's part one. Easy to set up, looks good, but also looks really good in terms of its visuals. I mean, 2K recording, excellent. I mean, the ability to set up different zones, excellent. The ability for it to recognize humans, excellent. My pets, great. I mean, all of these little features that you get with Arlo Smart, that you get with just the physical capacity, that 12x digital zoom, that 160-degree field of view, that 2K video, like all these little things really make for a great product. Is it a little spendy? Yes. Do I have to also pay another, what is that, 3 times 12, $36 a year to get the most out of it? Absolutely. And for me, I think, man, that's like a new Kingdom Hearts game or something. But not even actually these days, are so expensive, the video games, but I digress. The point is, yeah, you're gonna spend a little bit of money, but the Arlo Pro 4 is a really solid outdoor camera. It's gonna survive the elements. That's gonna help you keep an eye of what's going on wherever you need it. All right, so thanks for checking out today's video on Arlo Pro 4. Now, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful. I hope you'll leave us a comment below telling us what you thought, maybe what we missed out on, what we should have talked about. Additionally, if you enjoyed it, maybe give us a like, even think about subscribing to the channel, Security.org. We're bringing you the newest in digital and physical security each week. This is Security.org. My name is Gabe. Be secure.